Yep. That's what I look like now. Hi, everyone. This is week 30 of the Pregnancy Desktop, inspired by Jason Concepcion's show, The NBA Desktop for The Ringer, which I think got nominated for an Emmy.
No, it's won an Emmy now.
Oh, it won an Emmy.
It was definitely nominated.
It was definitely nominated. I've been told it won an Emmy. And so this week, I will run you through a recap of week 30 in this pregnancy adventure. And there's, sorry. Okay. So my background is I used to be an athlete. I went to 2 Olympics for the sport of pentathlon. Now I am a almost parent of twins, and my partner and I are here to give you a rundown. I'm going to do most of this week's, and he's going to pitch in with the kid logic section. So, opening with a pun. So, I'm going to speak off camera to Daniel. Daniel, so I talked to you about how week 28 is officially the start of the 3rd trimester, but how I felt like for twins it should be a little earlier, partly because you get bigger faster and partly because you don't make it to week 40. But I thought better of it now. And which week do you think really should be the beginning of the 3rd trimester? Which I guess I'm going to tell you, but what week do you think?
28.
Okay. I think it should be week. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on my pun. All of this to get to this punchline. I think it should be. Can we just restart?
No.
Really? Please?
This is good. This is Everyone's wondering if you're going to get it or not.
I'm worried because the answer I'm thinking of doesn't make any sense.
Just circle back to it.
I thought of it 10 minutes ago while I was doing something else. It made sense in my mind then.
Okay. Just continue the sizes.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. There may or may not be a pun this week. So sizes this week. What size are the little fetuses? They are either the size, depends on who you ask, size of cabbage. So there's 2 cabbages if you're having twins. The size of iceberg lettuce. That makes sense. They're both kind of in the same ballpark. Also the size of melons. And zucchini, which I get it, but I also don't get it. I mean, the zucchini is just it's the wrong shape. I mean, they're all kind of the wrong shape. So, eggplant. This little eggplant's very flexible. And, speaking of flexible, that leads into our next thing. So that's the size rundown this week. And this pregnancy win or fail section has to do with swimming. So I've been swimming regularly, not nearly as often as I used to, but trying to be fairly consistent about it, and it really feels really good. And people at the pool will often strike up a conversation. I don't know if you know this, but once you get pregnant and it shows, like once you're showing, a lot of people will feel like it's okay to strike up a conversation, total strangers, and it's kind of neat. And that includes when I'm at the pool. So this is a person doing a flip turn, and so one thing when you're super pregnant with like a really big belly is it interferes with doing a flip turn. So like you can't get your knees in that close to your tummy because there's just something in the way. 2 cabbages with lots of wrapping around them. And so people were asking me about it, like, oh yeah, you can't do flip turns anymore. And I thought about it because I have been doing flip turns. But so what has to happen, there's 2 options. You can either do bad flip turns with your legs kind of stretched out. That kind of works. And you can also do bad flip turns in another way where you kind of like open your knees. So you still keep your feet together, but your knees spread out, which makes a little space for your belly, which probably looks a little ridiculous if you're looking closely, but no one's watching. So yeah, so I've been doing these modified flip turns, and swimming is feeling really great. Okay, so this week, it's a bit of a shorter week. The main event this week was having a baby shower. And the other thing that's happening this week is that we did a prenatal class with parents of multiples, or future parents of multiples, and they're all starting to have their babies now. So I'll just show you. I categorized both of these things as it's getting real, because during the baby shower, people were giving me things. Here's a picture of the setup, which was so great. My stepmom did a lot of work, and the colors we chose were green and purple. And you can see healthy snacks, and then a less healthy, not healthy, but delicious cake. And yeah, so someone at the baby shower asked if it was getting real, and I know what they meant. Um, and in a way, the answer is kind of yes and kind of no. It's just if there was a spectrum of realness, it's marching along in one direction, and it's definitely seeing the pictures come in from our classmates of their babies that have come out now, and then being at the shower and getting these opportunities to talk to people, and also for them to give gifts. Here's like a little snippet from our baby shower. So I'm getting cards and gifts and talking to people about, a lot of the women at the shower had kids and are giving me the lowdown. And um, all this to say that it is getting realer. It's still not real, but it's a little more real. And yeah, I could spend this whole episode just talking about people's generosity, which really has come out. It's really awesome. But I won't say anything more than that. So the last part of this is Kid Logic, and you found a Kid Logic piece. Do you want me to just click on the link? Okay. So,
Turn the volume.
oh, how do I do that?
To make this the best school in the entire world. What's some of the ideas you have?
Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtles! And what would happen if you did great work? What would the Ninja Turtles do?
They will give you a tip.
What other ideas do you have?
A rocket ship. The rocket ship people will see you doing good work and they'll say, good job, and do a tip.
Man, you know how to motivate now. I just give
There
tips.
were butterflies and pigs and if there was eggplant.
Yeah.
Full of dogs and cats.
And
And full of
Okay.
puppies and kittens. Dragons. And full of dragons. Motorbikes and monster trucks. He likes also. And we can kiss their head.
yeah, Mackenzie, tell me.
We can be vampires and there will be also heaps of cows
Heaps.
and sheep and dragons and Macca's and a pizza shop and ghosts and gremlins and zombies. I told her that one.
That was sweet. Okay. So I remembered the pun. It did make sense. It stopped making sense in my head. Okay, so the best week for officially starting the third trimester is the week 30. That's it. That's all I got. Okay, see you next week, week 31.